You've been waiting. Here it is. The Pennsylvania premiere of The King of Arcades I've been telling you all about, which was last Saturday. I got it all in under an hour. Oh my gosh. A lot of cuts, a lot of jumps. But here it is. Frank, who's working the camera, he did some filming. And Wayne was also there. He works here part-time. We had a great time. So let's start now. Oh boy, they're playing my song.
Because I don't know if you feel like a fool without a fool. Because I don't know if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I don't know if you know what happiness is.
Well, I think we better move on in. Well, we're here. Frank is already in. Guess we should look around and find everyone. Ah, Benjamin. Gentlemen, you would be in here eating. You know, Ben, unscrew this and then stick your finger in it and tell me if it's hot.
I don't know. Would it be like a Tom and Jeremy cartoon?
Where are we going to eat? You know, I'm always thinking of the tummy. Oh God, you can't be. This is not right. And look, I don't have thy stupid flap open. I use the eyepiece.
I don't have one.
Yes, because I paid extra for the eyepiece. Richie is here now, and he's brought his parents and his alternate parents and Faith. Are you ready for a big show?
Yes.
Yeah, they're ready.
Yes, it's going to be it. The uncut version, right?
Yep, the uncut version.
Faith, you got to... Oh, look at the size of that. Are you going to finish that all yourself? Yes, she is.
Did you see where Sarah went, honey?
Any new games of Cubert lately?
No, I've been working on the Polybius stuff. Yeah. I just
That's
finished
the
it.
big one.
Yeah, the night that Robbie Lakeman broke the Donkey Kong world record, I actually got to the end of Polybius.
That's good. They say that's a big hit.
That's right, Duncan Idaho, Polybius world record holder. You heard it.
Polybius is the future.
Yo! Go up top. Faithy's looking for you.
Look at this lineup here.
Please make sure that you find out. He wants you to sit with you. Mr. Tuckey. Todd Tuckey. My man.
What's up, Richie? We got a ball.
Always play to win, always.
Thank you for that. My thumbs up is better. It has a power glove.
That was for me.
I'm supposed to have a deluxe seat. Extra wide.
They're all deluxe.
Extra wide. I guess we sit up at the end below.
Just are sharing our fun. Is everybody having a good time tonight? I have all kinds of stuff I want to give away.
Okay, we're gonna real quick. That's Ryan wants to from a venue here wants to say a few words for us real quick.
I didn't need a mic, did I?
Ryan. Where you go? Just kind of awkward. Oh, here you go. Here. You got a couple of these. All right.
You're good. Okay, so I'm gonna
Go back to yelling.
I'm only messing with you. All right, so
Richie, hold on one second.
I'm just killing time.
Yeah, he wants to do an intro.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm a big star. I gotta get introduced.
So many people in my damn theater. It's like, no, I gotta talk. My name is Ryan Hill. I'm the programming manager in charge of cinema and comedy here. Did somebody just go groan when I said I'm Ryan Hill? I'll bring him back on. Jeez. Thank you guys for coming out. I do want to obviously to ask you the usual stuff, which is take your cell phones and set them to silent. Please turn them off. Don't use them during the screening, if at all possible, especially when people up here talking or whatever. Just respect people here. I'm super thrilled that we're able to do this, that Sean got in touch with me and let me. This is amazing that that he even picked us. I feel like the pretty girl at prom. Because I didn't expect that the guy who's directing this, thank you, sir, lived in Jim Thorpe. That was random, and then that he wanted to come down here. So that's super exciting. I saw King of Kong a few years ago. My friend pirated a copy. I'm really sorry, and I loved it. And so when I found out about this, it was obviously something really easy. I just want to tell you guys, make sure you go to artsquest.org/film for all the stuff coming up. We've got an amazing October schedule coming with movie screenings such as a Nosferatu screening with a band in front of it. We also have goofy stuff like Hocus Pocus coming in late night and a bunch of Rocky Horror screenings. Go to artsquest.org/film for all information on that. Now, without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cheryl Tiedemann to take over this screening. Crystal Tiedemann.
I'm only up here because I like to be in front of a crowd.
Cheryl!
Thank you. Cheryl! All right, I'm Crystal Tiedemann. I am the producer, one of the many producers of the film. I'm also the director's wife. That's kind of how I got my job, which is awesome. And tonight I'd like to thank you all for being here because this is absolutely incredible. I hope you are all enjoying yourselves. Nice. And I hope you continue to enjoy the evening, that you enjoy the movie. We will also have a Q&A afterward where you will get to know a little bit more about some of the cast members and the crew. Some of them will be coming up here at this moment just to introduce themselves. First we have Faithy.
Get it, baby.
Come on, Faithy. Come on up. We also have Richie Knucklez. The incredible Walter Day.
Oh my God.
This is the man who stole my heart before I got married. There was a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheryl.
We also need Sean Tiedemann, my husband, the incredible man who put blood, sweat, and tears into this. And finally, if he's in the house, Mr. Billy Mitchell.
Billy's taking a leak.
Is he in the house?
He's taking a leak.
Oh, no.
He'll be here.
He will be here after the show for the Q&A. Now I'm going to turn it over to this guy.
All right. Thanks everyone for coming, and I'm going to turn the mic over to Ritchie.
So, has anyone in here, Faithy and I love the show, has anyone in here seen the regular show? All right, so, the funny, just it's so hysterical. Faithy, what do we always do all the time?
What do we do?
Wow! Yeah! Come on!
Yeah!
I'm not doing it.
All right, so what's Billy Mitchell's name on regular show?
Garrett Bobby Ferguson.
So Garrett Bobby Ferguson. So we have these little posters here that I made, and it has a giant bearded face playing a Donkey Kong. It's signed by Billy, and I actually got Billy. There he is. Triforce, if you want to do your thing, too, come on up. So I have these pictures right here, and it is of Billy playing Donkey Kong. It's signed by Walter Day. And I want to give away one of these, but what we're going to do is we're going to give away some stuff to people that can answer questions really quickly. So on the show, regular show, what was the name of the game that Billy had the world record on?
No. I can't believe nobody knows this.
Oh, no, it was a fake game.
Yeah, it was a biking game. Who said that? All right, he gets it. It was a biking game.
Broken Bones is what the name of the game was. Broken Bones. There you go, buddy. Right there. That's for you. Yeah. I have another one, too, we're going to give away at the end of the movie. We have tons of stuff to give away, but you guys got to be quicker on the questions. So Triforce wanted to give me something. So Triforce is the star of a movie called The King of Chinatown. Yes, and the director of King of Chinatown is here somewhere.
He's right there.
There he is over there. Say hi to him. Also, too, has anyone in here not seen the movie yet? Yes. Oh, that's great. Wait till you see her part. She is so funny. She explains Dragon's Lair, and it's like my favorite part of the movie. Watch it, and I guarantee you're going to laugh. Go ahead, try.
So, Richie, I have a surprise for you. Anyone in here knows about the Kong off? Yep. Raise your hands. All right. So, on behalf of No Scope, which is a digital optical enhancement wear for gamers, they're going to be sponsoring the Kong Off 4 with the digital glasses. So, but we want to give some of these out. This is for Billy. Right? One is for you. Is Walter. This one's for you. Can you come accept this? And this one's special. The last one, because I have one for you. And can we have the fallen King of Kong, Hank Chang? Can you come up here, please?
That's Dr. Kong.
Dr. Kong, there he goes.
Hank Chen had the world record
for a long period of time. So when I told my sponsor, I was like, really? Well, none of the modern gamers play that long. Not like the retro gamers, so what took you so long?
This is great. Great. Faith, you got yours?
This is for you. So, and I hope that you use that at the Commonwealth 4 and all the competitors there. Congratulations on the world record.
New Donkey Kong world record holder right there, Robbie.
Thank you so much, Ritchie.
Thank you, Trey.
Hope you guys enjoy the film.
Please do not leave, because after the movie's over, we're going to do a Q&A panel. We're going to talk about little, behind the scenes type stuff. Like a lot of you people don't know, the scene in the Smithsonian, I actually got a police escort out of the place. What? Yeah, I got in bad trouble. It was St. Patrick's Day. Give me a break. Yeah, and anybody come up, there's tons of stuff. You want trading cards, you come up and get them. We're selling DVDs at the end if you like the movie, and that's about it. Faith, you want to say anything? She doesn't want to say anything. So, just also too want to say a shout out to Sean Tiedemann, wherever he went, I don't know where he went. Sean Tiedemann spent the last 3 years with him, and when you spend that much time with somebody, you usually don't love them more, and I love them more with every day. Faithy, who's your favorite video game player of all time?
I'm not gonna say you.
Yeah! Are you ready? All right, roll the film.
Thank you, everyone. I love you. We'll see you after the film.
The 2004 National Medal of Technology is awarded to Ralph H. Baer for his groundbreaking and pioneering creation, development, and commercialization of interactive video games, which
Can't dust them off and wipe them off with glass cleaner and a little spit. You've got to clean them, you've got to rebuild them with new parts, you've got to make them look beautiful again and make them dependable.
So what we usually do after the movie's over, we usually do like a Q&A.
Where'd you get the tie?
Holy, I have no idea. Yeah, who said that?
The wizard.
The wizard, you get a prize. Billy's gonna give you a prize. Yeah. Okay, you got questions. You okay? Yeah. All right. Check.
So you guys have a good time? Sean Tiedemann deserves all the credit. He put this thing together. All he did is just follow me around with the camera. Everybody put it together for Sean Tiedemann. Sean is crazy talented. I don't know if you guys remember the movie. Anybody see Chasing Ghosts? Chasing Ghosts. Our good friend Joel drove all the way up here from North Carolina. Come on, Joel. Okay, wow. This is Joel West, everybody. He has the world record on an arcade game called Frenzy. So sit down. And if you guys have any questions, we also have a bunch of stuff that we want to give away. And also, too, everybody's here. Like Walter came, Triforce came, Joel came, Billy came, George, Duncan, I don't know, came, Jessica, Pac-Man, Bishop's here, and anybody else. I said Triforce. And his brother. I didn't even know he had a brother. How you doing? And if you guys buy a DVD, you can have it signed today by everybody. This is a rare thing for everybody to come and be here all together. So the first thing I'd like to do is just open up for any kind of questions, because there's so much backstory to what had happened throughout the movie. Does anybody have any questions?
But be warned, we do have fun here. When you ask questions, we will put the screws to you a little bit depending on the question. So you're welcome to try to do it back, but we're pretty good at what we do.
So here I have a mini Donkey Kong side art, and it was signed by Billy Mitchell and Walter Day. And if anyone has a good question, this is theirs, but the question has got to be good.
You know, we like good questions, the hard questions, not, so how many quarters do you think you've spent playing video games? I mean, come on, give a tough question here.
Where'd you find the polybus?
Duncan, I don't know. Come to the stage, please. Come to the stage. Only one person can answer that question. He was there when we found it. This is, I don't know if you guys know Qbert. He is the guy that played Qbert for 85 hours. Thanks for being here with us, George. George, here, answer the question. Where did we find the Polybius?
It was in a warehouse run in Allentown. It was out outside of Pennsylvania there.
Are you guys working on any world records currently?
That's a good question.
No, it isn't. We get that same dumb question every time. No, we're all just eating popcorn.
Who said that? Yeah, he gets this. You want it? Thank you. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Yeah, I am.
Check. I play this game called Stalker. Anybody here ever heard of the game Stalker? Yeah, I love that game. I play that game like way too much.
The Tarkovsky movie?
What? I don't know what that meant.
Basically,
Play soccer too much, which is true.
Yeah, play way too much Stalker.
Basically, all the games we play when we get together, we're always trying to find ways to edge them higher and higher.
Walter, what game do you play lately? Yes. Oh my God, yes. I just got a brand new Wizard of War. It is in amazing condition. And Billy and Walter both were playing Wizard of War today.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. And I couldn't believe how good Walter Day was at Wizard of War. It was crazy good.
The game is not in good condition.
What are you talking about?
The joystick is supposed to be on the left and the fire button on the right. The fire button is on the right, and it's exactly backwards. You got to be dyslexic to play it.
You're backwards. Here's a funny one for you. All right. You guys know the scene when, and I'm gonna bust his chops. You know the scene when Billy's applying the side art. Are you all right? You had too much to drink? You know the scene when Billy's applying the side art, and I said to him on it, I go, I don't know what I said. He goes, "You're not Billy Mitchell." Do you remember that part? Yeah. Go back if you guys have the DVD and watch it, and notice he applied the side art about 2 inches too high. So if you look on the row of Donkey Kongs, they're all uniform, but one of them is like 2 inches too high. I didn't have the heart to tell him. I didn't have the heart to tell him.
he wants you to believe that. You got to believe in Hollywood, everything is staged, and he asked me to do it because it makes him look good in the movie.
Yeah, and you weren't a bad guy in a fistful of quarters. I don't know enough about the situation to comment.
I know plenty about your situation. All right, who next?
Question.
Most pissed you ever got during a game? Pac-Man, Donkey Kong?
Yeah, you first. That's easy. I was this cocky son of a gun and announced that I was going to Fun Spot to do a perfect game that had never been done. People laughed and they said, how can you just announce it? It doesn't happen. It's 10 billion to 1. So I go there and I'm playing, and on my first game I'm off and running. It's about 1.2 million. You talk about being cocky. It went through the roof because I was beyond the difficult part. And I'm playing the game. And this little kid, just a wise guy, comes up and pulls the plug on the machine and can't And you talk about it, and man, did I fly off the handle. And just then, the owner of Fun Spot comes up. He goes, hey, Billy, you're here. How you doing? I'm George. And I explained to him. He goes, what kid? What kid? And I go, I don't know. He took off. And so I sort of stormed out of the place. And when I came back, they had the game all sectioned off with ropes, so nobody could get too close to me. So that was an easy one. And actually, I don't get that question too often. You get a prize.
Yeah, you get the prize.
To segue into a story about that, George was playing Q*bert for close to 36 hours when Ed, the human kill screen, where's Ed? Ed, stand up, where are you?
Right there.
Ed unplugged the machine on him during his game. And that is why Jimmy Kimmel had us on the show, and what would you call that? The excitement or it actually made the story bigger than life. That a guy played for 40 hours and the machine got unplugged on him. In fact, it was in, anybody here see the movie Wreck-It Ralph? Yeah. In Wreck-It Ralph, there's a scene, not only is he immortalized as Mr. Litwack in Wreck-It Ralph, but there's a scene where Q*bert is holding up a sign and Ralph goes over to him and he's like, what's your problem? And Q*bert holds up the sign and it says, game unplugged. So, it's pretty crazy, just how you have an impact on American pop culture. That is one thing that Walter said to me once, which I'll never forget. Yeah, you know what's these glasses? They're too tight on my head. So he says to me, he goes, Richie, it's not about how much money you make. It's not about it's all fun and games. You have fun, but what is really, really important is that you're making a dent in American pop culture. Do you remember saying that to me? Good thing your mic was off. And he was in India at the time, and it was in the middle of the Kong Off 1, and he had called just to give me a pep talk because he had heard that things were a little crazy at the Kong Off 1. That was a very exhausting experience. But
yeah,
get ready.
Oh, okay. Now, I'll bet some of the people out here, this is brand new. This interesting subculture centered around Ritchie and Billy and Joel.
Way to go.
How many people out there this is all new to? They were dragged here by a friend and they didn't know about Billy and Ritchie and Twin Galaxies and arcade stuff, so only one person, everybody else all knew about this? So this is new to you too? I was actually wondering what your take was tonight. How unique this was, or how strange this was, or how much fun this was?
It was phenomenal.
Can you appreciate the...
It was phenomenal.
And that's what I'm really saying. Can the new people appreciate how much incredible fun this has been to the rest of the people who have been involved in this for 35 years now?
Good question, Walter.
It's just, do I win something?
Yeah, you win something.
Yeah. Right. There you go.
Next question.
I was about to pants you.
Richie, what was the most, what arcade cabinet game was the most difficult time to restore? Have you ever ran into one that was like,
Oh, absolutely.
Great question. Anybody in here collect games? Raise your hand if you have games in your home. All right. You do not have games in your home, Rob Sudo. I'm talking about arcade games. What do you think I'm talking about? All right. Anybody here who collects games knows Atari games, they swell up if they get wet. And they're made out of like this particle board. It's not plywood. Like Stern cabinets are wood, and like Pac-Man is wood. And the press board, anytime you get like Crystal Castles, I'll give you a perfect example. I have a beautiful Crystal Castles that got wet on the bottom, and it just mushrooms out so that the spreads out. So I say any Atari cabinet that gets wet is just no fun because you have to strip all of the artwork off and then put it back on again. So any Atari game is the toughest, but the most fun, of course, is Space Invaders. That one's a fun one to restore.
Question.
Great question. You get a prize too.
Who taught you how to restore the games? Like, who got you interested in it?
What prize?
He did it at University of Allentown.
Thank you for coming down for your prize. That helps me.
Nobody teaches anything.
I actually, I think we said it in the movie. I started out when I was 19. I bought a game off of the Seaside Boardwalk. It was Punch Out for the very first game, and I brought it home, and it broke when I brought it home. And my uncle was a TV repairman, and he taught me how to work on monitors. And monitors is really it's where you get into it. It's where you start. And after I learned how to fix the monitor, it just got addicting, and I just read. And thank God for the internet. If it wasn't for the internet, you wouldn't really be able to learn. And I just read and read and read and read. And ironically, I'm great at sanding down cabinets and restoring them, but I'm the worst spackler and sheetrocker on the face of the earth. I cannot spackle or sheetrock. So it's kind of strange how that works. That was a good question too, so you get a prize too. Come on up.
Question.
I'm the worst dry rocker. I'm spackless.
In the video, you said, everybody has their game. And we know Ritchie's is probably Space Invaders. What is it for everybody else?
Triforce, you first, brother.
Super Mario Bros.
Versus Super Mario, thank you. Mine are Berserk and Frenzy, along with my protege in the audience, Grant Thineman. But I'm hopefully going to get my Rally X working and get back into that because I held the record on that 3 times. So I like to long for the old days.
Well, the most popular games and the games that took me the farthest were Pac-Man and Donkey Kong, so those two for sure.
He's a good Burger Time player. I see.
Yeah, Billy's good at a lot of games. You'd be shocked at how good he is at games.
Make tracks, right?
Actually, most people don't realize that I secretly had gotten history's first perfect Pac-Man score, but I let Billy get the credit for it.
Next question.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Bill House.
Hey man, when's the next arcade going?
The next arcade. If you guys don't know, myself and Mike Vaca, who couldn't be with us tonight, we used to do a web show, and now George Duncan and I took over the reins, and we do a web show. Every once in a while, it's Twitch TV /Richie Knucklez. Next one will probably be after we wrap up the whole film festival tour that we're going to do. We're going to take this to film festivals and stuff like that. So.
But could we still do a Billy Mitchell hate mail right now?
Yeah, one of the funny things we do is hate mail with Bill, because believe it or not, Bill, as much as a great guy he is, he kind of came off bad in one of these movies that he was in. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Only believe the bad stuff. None of the good stuff is true.
I thought they made you out nicer.
Yeah, he actually is nicer in the film.
Go ahead.
When you guys go for these world records and you're playing for 36 hours, 48 hours, how do you go to the
84 hours.
Same way you do.
Now, if you're really good at the game, you save up the men, and then you can let the guys die while you run off to the bathroom. That's what it is. It's, if you're good at the game, you get better enough to break up the guys.
And there are apparatus
You can do that. Right?
There are apparatus.
Yeah, Hank Chen offered to put a catheter in.
Faithy, you want to come down?
He's a doctor.
Not a catheter. There are apparatus.
Question.
Anybody else?
Stay away.
Yeah, these two guys right there, Joel and George and Bill, would be the best to answer that question.
There's power failures, both your own physical and electric.
How do you hold your challenge respectfully on the day?
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you have Richie tell jokes, actually. That's how you stay on.
Yeah, one time Mel Gibson called in while George was playing, and Mel Gibson was hysterical. Come on, baby. And you guys remember the Jerky Boys? No. Johnny Brennan is a friend of mine, and he calls up every once in a while, and he just talks to me and says funny stuff, like, you know, I'll wrap your head in with I'll mash your head. If you don't buy this pinball machine, I'll mash your head into the glass. So this is Faithy, everybody. Did everybody like Faithy in the movie? She did great, right? She's so tired.
One time I called into Ritchie while he was going for a world record, and he says, hey, what's going on? And I'm talking to him, and I'm telling him some top secret information with some 4-letter expletives and all that. And we hang up the phone, and he never told me that we were on a live feed. Remember?
Yeah, you said some really bad stuff.
Richie, one time it was the middle of the afternoon during the week, and Richie was playing, I forget what game it was, maybe it was Space Invaders. And this little one right here kept calling out for her daddy. He had the world record in a few minutes. She kept calling out for him. He stopped the game and went and answered her.
Yeah.
That's dedication to your daughter right there.
Yeah, I got the world record on 2 men, and then Faithy needed me, and she needed me to get her a bomb pop, you know, and I just let the game die off to go and get that. And you know what happened was Steve Weeby set the tone for that. You know, when your kid is yelling, "Wipe my butt," and you continue to play Donkey Kong, that's, you know.
I was yelling, let the kid wait, let the kid wait.
But no, I couldn't. Faith comes first.
But our lady got interrupted. What's your question?
Richie, this has obviously been a long journey for you. Any regrets?
No regrets, because I am closer with her than almost any father and daughter I could ever see. So she and I are like this. So no regrets, because our relationship has just grown even tighter because of what I've been through. And I've made such good friends with these guys that are all sitting up here with me, as well as Brent Dolan, who did a lot of filming right there. Great friend of mine. Just so many people in the audience. Andrew Silverman, and just there's so many people.
All right, these people are mad. They're leaving because they didn't get their questions in. Go ahead.
The community that brings
Yeah, I was going to point out that I think the best strength of the whole movie is not about the games. It's about the community, and also about Ritchie's sincere love and friendship with everybody else. And that's why the movie is going to try and become so much fun for so many people. Because it's all about heart, it's all about friendship, it's all about commitments and community and devotion to your friends and uplifting each other. And the games are only incidentally part of it. And that's why this kind of movie, and that's why Ritchie in particular, are so important to just the growth of this kind of community, and honoring the memory of the games, but using the games really as just a device to honor each other. And when we honor each other and uplift each other, we uplift ourselves.
Very well
Walter,
said.
you're the greatest thing to happen in this room ever.
Walter is an inspiration, and he always has. Some people sometimes say to me that, you're sort of taking the baton and following up where Walter left off, and I just say that is way too big of a compliment for what I'm doing, because this man is just greatness.
I don't own a baton.
All right, question, hand up.
How would you compare the 80s gamer community to today's?
The same.
Yeah, give it to Triforce.
You're on dope.
That guy that asked the question is definitely on dope.
Well,
You're on.
sorry. Well, today's community, it's pretty much the same. The only difference is there's a huge disconnect between what yesterday's gamers know about today's gamers versus what today's gamers know about yesterday's gamers. But the community is still the same, the people are still the same, the social issues are still the same, and the graphics of the game are different. That's pretty much it.
It's communication, that's all. Yeah.
Also, too, something we haven't mentioned, too, is Walter is continuing, even though he doesn't own Twin Galaxies per se anymore, he is continuing to honor all of us and the people that are important in our culture with these trading cards. Oh my God. Okay, you can say something.
I'll get it out right now. There are trading cards. There's about 15 different people who are here who are on trading cards. These cards are here for gifts for you folks to take home autographed by the different people. And that's what we have been working on. I mean, it is sort of my project, but it's actually all of our project, because the trading cards are being created to commemorate the history of the global video game and pinball culture. And that's a big mouthful. And we're already up to about 2,000 cards being designed. So it's quite an amazing thing. And the cards have people from Nolan Bushnell down to, not down to, but up to Faithy and Ritchie. Faithy has a card, she has it here to autograph for people tonight. So be sure to come down here, because there's tons of stuff that's being given away.
Yeah, please come down and
Hot
buy
sauce-
a DVD,
hot sauce
grab a
bottles
hot
from,
sauce, get some free stuff. We got cards.
Also, one other thing you guys probably don't know, which is huge, Jerry Buckner of Pac-Man Fever and Gary Garcia, they loaned us, first thing, we did a cover of Pac-Man Fever, as you heard. Gary Garcia, as we all know, has passed on, sadly, and he's a great guy. Jerry Buckner had his new singer, the guy who sang Wreck-It Ralph. He came in, he sang some of the verses on Pac-Man Fever with us. Jerry gave me the original studio tracks of Pac-Man Fever that had Gary Garcia's vocals on it, and we lifted them off. Billy Mann, is Billy Mann in here? Billy Mann is friggin' genius. We sat there and we edited so that it was actually Gary Garcia's vocals on our track. So, what's that word, posthumously? We used Gary Garcia's vocals. So we got to collaborate with Buckner and Garcia on that, which was a huge honor for us. That just completely, I still wonder how on my computer I have the original version of Pac-Man Fever with the, actual studio tracks all individually, separated, which is just crazy. Sometimes I sit there and I listen to drum beat just by itself, or the keyboards just by itself.
Question.
Okay, so I know that your gaming culture focuses on the high score of the achievement of game. What's your perspective on the speed demo archives? The guys that try to beat like Mario in like 5 minutes.
I can take it.
Yeah, Triforce should take that. Anybody have a question for Faithy next too? She loves to answer questions.
Well, competitive gaming has many different facets to it. So there's no particular one type of competitive gaming. When you look at competitive gaming today, it's even taken under a new name. They call it esports. When in reality, it's just competitive gaming. Video games isn't a sport. But the term was created so that today's people could get a better understanding of what the competitive gaming was like. And within that, you have genres and then subgenres of competitive gaming. So you'll have the classic style, which is with the scores. It's founded by Walter Day, even with the head-to-head, because even back then you had Karate Champ, which we had head-to-head against other people. Then you have the speed demo, the speed archives when you do the speed runs in the video games. And then you have what's today's modern video games, which is like Street Fighter and Smash Brothers and League of Legends, which all of those have their different genres, and which is why video games is so great, and so much people throughout the world can get into it, because it just has layers upon layers of different aspects of gaming that everybody can get into. So it's no one particular thing. It's not a linear. It's very versatile and diverse. Repeat that?
So does speed ever factor in the arcade though?
Well,
yes.
Pac-Man right now is a speed thing. The perfect Pac-Man, it's now who can get the fastest Pac-Man.
Oh, okay.
You know, so once the perfect happens, then it's who can get the fastest perfect. You know?
The challenge never ends. The challenge never ends.
Challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, there's speed runs on other games as well that were added right before Twin Galaxies stopped taking the records, and they're going to be there, and probably even more so after they resume that. Frenzy has a speed record. There's I think a speed record going to be on Tron. There's other games, and that's just two of many.
And then there's all kinds of odd variations. You play Donkey Kong without a hammer. I mean, it actually gets silly.
Any game you can add distinctions that would differentiate would be what they'll be looking for.
It's just different levels of creativity.
Talking about speed, somebody here hasn't got any recognition that they need. This guy right here is the guy who actually played the solo in Pac-Man Fever right here. Give it up for this guy. Not Billy Mitchell, Billy Savage, that guy right there. Okay, right there.
I got one. What is Faithy's favorite game?
Faithy, what is your favorite game?
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun. Faithy actually has the world record on Leprechaun. She played the game for hours, and I had to stop her from playing. She just kept playing and playing.
She can marathon.
She could marathon, but as a young girl at like 7, I had to stop her and say it was time for bed, so she got upset. Yeah, hold on for a second. Okay, one more question. Can we play one song? We wanted to play a live music song. All right, one. What's that? Walter Day wrote a song. I don't know, did you guys ever hear the song Easier Said Than Done that Walter Day was singing in the movie? Yeah, it was in the movie. So George and Walter and I are gonna do that song for you to close out the night. You guys want to hear the song? Walter Day song?
Okay, I had 3 of these balls autographed by all of us. So we're gonna give these to whoever is having a birthday. Anybody having a birthday today? Is it anybody's birthday today?
There is actually someone out in the lobby. He walked out in the lobby. His birthday is.
But he's not in here supporting.
Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna throw these out.
Well, how about somebody have a birthday this week?
The one over there.
Somebody have a birthday this week? Hey, Barack Obama, throw it way up there, will you?
Yeah. All right, this is Walter Day's song. Come on, Walter. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Come on, everybody, clap.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. You and me's a love I'd like to see. A portrait of 2 hearts in ecstasy. We'd have children by the dozens, uncles, aunts, and cousins. Meatloaf in the oven, but it's easier said than done. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. You broke a string, but we're gonna keep going. Now my friends are telling me that you'd be here if it were meant to be. They say you're not the one, I should get out and have some fun. If I could go without your loving, but it's easier said than done. Easier said than done. Easier said than. See you in the future on the porch, we'd be rocking. I can picture it so easy in my head. You don't love me anymore. Some things are easier left unsaid.
Go, Walter.
Easier left unsaid. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You and me's a love I'd like to see. A portrait of 2 hearts in galaxies. We have children by the dozens, uncles, aunts, and cousins. Meatloaf in the oven, but it's easier said than done. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Go! Ooh! Easier said than done. Thank you, everybody. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's easier said than done. Yeah! Yeah. Hey, thank you to this place, Arts Quest. Thank you so much. You guys were great to us. Thank you for all coming out. Dave Gubernat, the guy who watched the movie more than anybody in here. Dave Gubernat, we love you.
200 times.
200 times.
Hi, guys.
Who can't believe he broke a string? He's hardcore. Thank you, everybody. And if you want, come on down, grab a card, grab some free stuff. This is the other giant bearded face picture. Somebody want this really bad? Because this is pretty damn cool. Grant, TNT. Yeah.
Well, gentlemen.
Fancy pants. That was really friggin' punk rock. The most punk rock song. Mike wrote that song. Yeah, it was a great song.
Yeah, we listened to it too much. We listened to it too much.
We took like a bunch of pictures of
Grant, where are you? There you are, Grant. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Love you, buddy. Posters, I have two. These just sold for $150 on eBay. If you go back to my eBay, you can see this sold for $150 on eBay. So, you guys right here, this is a prize. Anybody interested, raise your hand if you're interested in one of these. All right, we got, okay. All right, let me see. Dave Gubernaut gets one, no doubt. Let's see, and Bill House gets the other one. Bill House, there you go. Yeah. And give this other one, give you anything. I'll give you anything.
Falling asleep is what's going on.
We're all falling asleep. This is Walter Day. We're going to end our video with the man of the hour. And you already heard in the movie, this is the man that started it all. Nobody else thought of doing it.
Well, I'm thinking that it's a given, a no-brainer, that there has to be a trading card about the world's largest direct collection of cabaret video games.
There should be a trading card.
So we'll have to be discussing this email.
I need to have my card. I have 92.
Actually, you have to get me a good picture of yourself smiling and embracing one of your cabaret games. And then we'll see what to do
embodying it.
Yes, and then we'll see what to do with it next. Yeah, for real.
If I could only get every one, that's my goal.
That's interesting. How many do you not have?
I'm missing Food Fight, believe it or not. I had 2 or 3 of them. But the Cabaret Food Fight, Red Baron Cabaret was allegedly made. There's a manual.
Interesting.
I haven't found it.
How about Car Hunt and Car Polo?
Which one?
Car Hunt and Car Polo.
Don't have them. Were they made? My criteria for a cabaret is that they have had to make a full-size tote. That was my criteria. In other words, they make a full-size and then a cabaret version. And a lot of people say, well, you've got these rare cabarets, but will anybody want to buy them down the road? So I kept thinking a museum. I said, I'll wait, and then sometime some museum is going to say, I want to buy all your cabarets and put them in a wing so everybody can see them. So that's what
International Cabaret Museum.
they know rarest of the rare. There's nothing more impressive than seeing every potato cabaret game all lined up in a row.
I agree with that. I can envision it.
And they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're beautiful little things.
Video games are very beautiful.
I agree. I play them all the time. Frankly, he thinks I'm nuts. I think most of my employees think you think he's nuts. You gotta come by one day, Walt.
So, do you do?
I can't, by the way, I will tell you this, I cannot play for shit.
I've never heard of a game called for shit.
We have one. Just got to trade it in.
I keep dying and losing, but you know. How about Quasar? Isn't that a beautiful game?
Hey, get used to it.
I don't think I've ever seen a Quasar.
Quasar is the overseas French game. It was a home.
It comes with a free croissant.
It was imported, and it was such a great game with beautiful color and Defender sounds. And it has a black light in it to light up the screen. Wow. I'm surprised you didn't have one of the Twin Galaxies. Are you sure you couldn't play it? It's a regular Raspberry.
Never quite.
We're all yawning because it's 1:30 in the morning.
Let me run this anecdote by you.
Go ahead.
On the first day that the Twin Galaxies arcade was opened up, in November 1981, we had been open for about 4 hours. And suddenly the owner of the cab company across the street came bursting in the door and says, "What's going on here?" And he explained that his cabs starting just a couple hours earlier, suddenly he could no longer get radio transmission, radio communication between his cabs and with his
CB radios.
And so, and he says, I think it's this place, because it started coincidentally at the moment you guys turned your games on. So we told him no. We never heard of anything like that happening. So we went back to his place and came back an hour or two later complaining again that he was sure it was us. And he was worried that this was going to affect his business. And suddenly at that moment, the police came in. Because they're coming in to check out, a new arcade in town. What kind of picture does this afford for us? And what do we have to be alert for? So they're in there to check the place out. And they hear me talking with the cab guy about the problem with radio communication.
I will not hear.
And the police chime in and say, oh, that's been happening to us today too.
I'll be
For some
very
reason
upset.
today, none of us have
Thank you.
any communication
Now,
with the
I wanna-
police headquarters whenever we're downtown in this area.
Now here, I don't want to sign on the plastic. I want to sign on the box.
Firemen come in because they're looking for the police
I want to
officers
sign on the
to talk to
box.
them about something.
That's
And they
my
hear
one
the
demand.
conversation and they chime in. Oh, that's happening to us too. We also are not getting radio transmission downtown between the fire chief and his car and the whatever. And the cab guy is the most adamant because he personally is going to lose money from this. The other people, they still get their salary no matter what happens, So he's kind of angry. And so a little bit later, my partner is back in the back of the room. Actually, it was the next day. The back room starts filling in the cabinet for the companies are really upset. They're still having to face this issue, okay? And we start switching off and on thanks to the games on the circuit. We start throwing circuit switches in the back. And suddenly the cab guy comes back and runs across the street and says, whatever you just did, do it again. Because suddenly we got transmission radio. And through experimentation, we found out that one single game was completely interfering with all the radio communications. Fired
And
up
let me guess which one. Sega's Carnival.
It was the game Chicks, QIX.
We fixed it. See, you heard it from the man himself. QIX, quick, potatoes quick. Oh, another autograph. I guess your hand's pretty worn out.
I'm getting covered with all this
Letter. Really know
Man, it is late. I'm so tired.
I know.
Thumbs up. All right, there we
Sell
go.
custom glasses and
He's got it.
And then I told him, I said,
He's got a big smile on his face too.
Yes, I do.
He does. See, now if you were here, you could be getting all these signatures. And look. And like, how come my face isn't on that anywhere?
That's not your face?
No, it should have been. No. I'm not even in the. Oh, there I am. I am there. Look, I am there. Yep, so I am listed. At least I'm on the moving poster.
How many generations did you guys live in?
I haven't really. Still pretty nice.
Philadelphia area?
My father bought the house inherited it from his father. The house was built. So I was there, same house for 52 years. But I made a deal with my wife. She wanted to move to a new house, a different school district. I said, the only way I'll move is if I can have complete control over the game room.
Thank you.
And she agreed.
It's my zombie-like state right now.
And I can bring in anything I want to that basement. I have 42 games in the basement.
Oh, no. Well, I jumped on a bandwagon.
These glasses on. And I need you to do this. Yes, your pose. I'm going to take 2 pictures. 1 second. I'm waiting for it to focus. Alright,
No, if this was for GQ magazine, I'd be doing this in my underwear or something.
If not, Billy, if not for Walter, I would have never achieved this. It's Walter who helped me get this.
Was it a towel? You took a bath or something? What's going on? You'll be fine. I'll just have to listen to you.
Walter helped me get this. from Guinness World Record.
That's very cool.
And I literally traveled with this for like 5 months because I was like, I'll be able to see Walter down here, and I want to be able to show this to Walter.
I like the way they did this.
Please, Deli?
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Whoa. But the regular 6 is only. That's just.
There we go. Perfect. And it says USA Inc.
It's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
This is it. It's after 2. And we are off. Frank, did you have fun?
Had a lot of fun.
Look,
got to experience some things you don't
got
normally
his
get to do. And
I have my DVDs. And we are off, folks.
A lot of fun.
Wait a minute. Is there a chance that they'll be playing Happy out here?
Only for you.
Oh God! I can't get away from that song.
Are you happy that it's only
Center City, Bethlehem. This is a beautiful facility. My gosh.
That was a great
What a
show.
great place.
Thank you, Richie, and
Beautiful
everybody
picture.
else. Yes.
Thanks for watching. It was long, but you got it all. Good night. Good night. We're done here.